Welcome in, welcome in. Let me make sure the gain's right on the mic. Welcome in. Let me turn that music down a little bit. Actually, it looks like it's good. Let me know if it's too loud. What a week. Beginning of the week in the market. Unbelievable. Historically bullish week. So given the consolidation that we've been having, very bullish signal, I would say, given that we didn't continue the sell-off this week. Very good signal. While I was getting the stream going, I took the liberty to take a look at the Yahoo trending stocks, pulled a couple from there. Let me just show you quick. So you don't want to pick stocks that gapped up in the morning, because they'll appear on the trending stocks list. They'll gap up and then sell off or trade sideways. We are not looking for those kinds. We want up. We want to find that uptrend, continued uptrend. We don't want something that gapped up and stayed sideways. You don't make any money. So pulled a couple. It was these three here. Not looking at like anything yet. This could just be a midday consolidation. DEFT looks like a very possible buy, but I don't want to rush into anything yet. That's how mistakes are made. We want to take our time. I mean, this is a buy signal here, but Coca-Cola, that's gonna move slow. What's the volume at? 22,000 here. What's this at? 50. Yeah. So that's Coca-Cola is something I use is a long-term investment. They pay good dividends. They increase their dividends, but as far as a trading, it's not really. I mean, you could trade that, but look at this. You're sitting and waiting. This is a day trade. You know, we want something moving a little bit faster than that. And by the way, Mike, I saw your message. Yeah, man. Although while the stream was starting, I couldn't find you on Discord, man. So if you shoot out a message to VanMan8526 on Discord. But yeah, man, I'm down to do some collaborations. Symbotic today, unbelievable, continuing the uptrend from yesterday after a very amazing earnings report. We've been bullish on Symbotic for quite some time. During yesterday's pullback in... when was that? I was probably this candle here. It hit our stop loss, and we sold for a positive of almost 700. Unfortunate for us, we didn't get back in it. I'm just going to continue my DCA, and I'm going to probably lower it until a greater pullback. Who knows? That might be a bad decision though, because this could rocket for who knows. They have a backlog, I think, of $26 billion of orders for their robotics. So keep an eye on Symbotic. Not sure if we'll trade that today. That's usually lower volume. Not today though. We're almost at 4 million. That's kind of what I like to look for, is higher volume for day trades. You want it to move. You don't want it to buy and sit. You know, we're trying to see the money come in today. Hence the word day trade. Looks like ZYXI is pulling back to the 50-day moving average. This could be a good time to get in. Let's buy 100. We'll buy a very small amount, and if that way, if it goes down, we won't lose much. If this continues to go down, we will hardly lose anything. So there's the market buy. But this is in a pretty strong uptrend since this morning. My guess is that this would be a pullback to, you know, went up here. It's breaking the consolidation in here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it pulls back to this previous consolidation range. This might act as support. If it gets to there, this should act as support. Okay. Oops. We don't need that. Let's keep looking at the Yo, what's up, Dova? How you been, buddy? Yeah, man. Hey, thank you. It's been a minute, man. Sorry that we haven't been streaming much the past couple weeks. Buying a house is stressful. So, but and moving, so we may be a little bit less frequent, but we'll pick it back up when we get settled into our new crib. This DEFT seems like a good buy too. Let's take a look. What's that volume looking like? Is the volume is increasing? I think this is gonna be another one we're gonna buy. We're gonna buy 100. Why does that keep pulling up? Something seems off. Why did submitted? Why submitted? It was a market order, wasn't it? That should be like ring right away. Our buyer's gonna step up here. If we get our buy signal, which is the 10 over the 20, which the 20 is the green, the 10 is the purple. Price close above the 50. And I think this is all buy signal up in here, so we're gonna buy another 100. That's kind of a no-brainer. Man, Symbotic just keeps going up, man. I feel like I should have some Symbotic too. But that's gonna be a longer term hold. This keeps pulling back. Let's see if the buyers step in here. That's not, I wouldn't really call that a head and shoulders. Let's see if they step in. They're trying to step in at this previous close here. Excuse me. Big sell-off. We might buy 100 more on the sell-off. Actually, though, a little risky. But that's pretty bullish. So, and I think we're gonna, no, we'll wait on that. If it breaks, let's get our If it breaks that range, then we'll sell. But yeah, big thing, Dad, if you're watching, big thing is to have an exit signal. You have to have an exit signal. And you have to stay with the plan. You can't say, oh, I'm going to hold, it might come back. This, you know, you don't know if it's going to come back. We don't have the Nancy Pelosi side of the chart. So you have to stick with the plan. But it's crucial. Big bullish engulfing here. So, you know, I think we'll do 100 more. And actually, you know what? We'll do 1,000 more. Wow, why does it do that? Something's up with my keyboard. Maybe I'm hitting. Maybe my sleeve is hitting something. Oh no. You know what? There we go. Bye. There we go. That's great. Looks like this is going to bounce maybe. I won't put anything in it because this is clearly gonna be what this I would, you know, well, maybe not, but my guess is we'll make the capital will be better off here. But then again, we are buying it at much cheaper. I have to be hitting something with that sleeve. You know what? I'm gonna double up actually, since we're on a big pullback. And that should continue forward. Should is the worst word in finance. Don't use it like I just did. And we're gonna buy more here on this pullback. It doesn't like that 00. Okay. Although, you know what I just saw? Of course, you see this stuff a lot in hindsight, and it's okay. We don't have a lot of money in this. But we have now. So, this rose up. We reached our high, came down, established a higher low. Good. But the bad thing is we now have a lower high. Then we sold off, creating a higher low, or a lower low. That met the same, came up. And we did get a new higher high, but sold off right away. And now creating another new low. We will see where this goes. This may be no good here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stay there. So, only time will tell. Let's keep looking at the watch list here. The IBD list. StoneX. How's StoneX today? Volume low on StoneX. How have they been doing? Have they came back at all? No, they are in a bad downtrend still. Volume staying low. I don't like that. The sellers are keeping the pressure on. Hammer forming here? No. Oh, we might have a hammer form there, which would be good. What else do we got here? ASML. Volume's low today. Oh, there it is. That's gonna continue down, I bet. It's doing well today. Volume's low though. This has been going sideways for a minute. It's okay, it's the middle of the day. They may slow down for an hour, 45 minutes still. But given the, momentum of the week, we should, again, there's that word again. We should see some momentum in the afternoon. Okay, let's see if we can find it. How's the Vertibus watch list doing today? All green, wow. Joby, 6 million volume, that's what we're looking for. That's good. That's green. It seems pretty bullish in the last hour. Let's take a look. Let's go a little closer. There we go. Let's see that go up, though. Here's the minute. It's pretty good. Let's take a look at Archer, though. The volume's a little higher on Archer. We might see that move a little more. Looks like we're getting a pullback. Let's buy 10 quick. Why does it do that? What is happening? Oops. Hey, it's not doing it anymore. Nice. We're selling off. We're having a pullback, so we'll buy 10. Man, this is just going sideways. Double top here. Wonder where this will go. If we can get a hammer here, that'd be great. Oh, hey. I forgot about this one. The volume on this isn't as much, though. Let's see what it is on the hourly. This is a leverage fund off of the Archer stock. Yeah, bullish Archer daily ETF. But I don't know. What else? What's the Megs 9 doing? AVGO. They're having a great day. Oh, here we go. We're seeing some bullish momentum. We're gonna buy 1,000 right now. Before that goes up. That could just be, again, continuing, but we have a close above the 50. The 10 isn't over the 20 yet, so, but let's do, if we get that signal. See what happens. We need that 10 to cross the 50. Or the 10 to cross the 20. Whoa. If we cross the 50 on this one, we're out. On DEFT. Oh, we almost have that cross. I hate that. 25. Let's do 25. There. Oh, they're touching. They're not quite touching, actually. They're almost touching. Okay. I got the Panthers tie on today. Panthers game. Playing Philly tonight. At 7 Eastern Standard Time, and there's our signal. Oh, and we are going to sell DEFT. We'll use... Oh, we can't. We're a cash account now. Forgot about that. Crap, I can't use unrealized gain or unrealized funds. Forgot about that. So I won't be able to use this capital anymore. But we'll see. We haven't closed. The candle has not closed yet. We need it to close underneath the 50. Uh-oh. Wow, I missed ARWR turning around. So we didn't close underneath it. We have an open below it, but I don't care about the open. Looks like people are eager to buy it down there. Big green candle now. Big engulfing green, engulfing bullish. Ugh. Okay, we are going to keep our exit signal here. And, yeah, we're just gonna... Now it's the boring part. Let's take a look. Is there any news today? Now it's the boring part, the sit and wait. What's going on? Fourth consecutive session. Oh, dear. Reports earnings. ARWR. That's there. We have that in the watch list. Rate cut expectations. Increasingly confident that the Fed will lower interest rates again in December. Tech stock volatility. Broader markets gain are fueled by tech. Volatility. Let's take a look. I don't really care. Markets, actually go to business. Are there any headlines? Go away. Nothing that seems to strike at me. Let's go back. Uh-oh. That's okay. If we can establish a high here, not worried. Just gotta stick to the plan no matter what. Ooh, that does hurt. Which seems to be a downtrend of some sort now. But you have to stick to the plan, because it could turn around. Let's go back to it. What one is that? Wrong one. ZYXI. ZYXY. Let's go here. Oh, XI. Not Y. That's just pulling up back. Let's go to the 1 minute. Yeah, that's a downtrend. I should have saw it before. I did see it before. But I got that buy signal here. And I acted like it was in an uptrend. Which it wasn't. It's in a downtrend. So I think we are going to sell. This is one of the rare moments that I'm not going to stick to the plan. I mean, if we can bounce off of this, that would give me a good feeling, a lot better feeling. I'm gonna see if it bounces. Let's see if it breaks this open. If it breaks that open, then yes, that's confirmed downtrend continuing. And yeah. Wow, yeah, we're gonna, how much buying power? I got 4,000. Yeah, you should have bought this. That's tough. But, hey, that's how it is sometimes. Can't win them all. You can't win them all. This is just way too bullish. Reaching the all-time highs. Let's see what this does. Nice. Nice bullish engulfer. Let's see that, like, climb, though. I'd like to see that climb upwards. I'd like to see a couple closes up here. You know, it's been going flat for some time, which looks like this stock does that. Likes to do that. But holy cow, can we get some movement? Okay, let's pull up one of our... Oops. Dang, year to day realized that's put us underneath. We're $4. Break even trader again. That's okay. We didn't lose all of our money the first year of trading, so that alone is like a huge sign. Like that's huge, because 99% of people who trade their first year lose everything. Gone. So while glue is up, what's that doing? ARWR is just hard to argue with. And we're right back to where we were. Let's see some climbing, man. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do much like market analysis today after the stream. Given the holiday, gotta get ready to get out. But yeah, so we're just gonna do some trading today and hang out with you guys. All right, I'm gonna walk away for a second. Buy one. Let's see. Oh, uh-oh. Yeah, that's just hard to argue with, isn't it? Did that just jump up more? Nice hammer, wow. We're gonna buy 10. Did we close? We got a close underneath. Man, it just is such a bummer because I can't use that capital now. Cash account. I so forgot that. So, man, if we get to a point where we can't trade because there's no capital, probably gonna end the stream. Man, I should have sold that when it was at 48 bucks. We'll see what it does here. We'll stick to the plan. Okay. I do like this here. Oh, I don't like that now. Let's take a look at how our long-term portfolio is doing while we wait for these boring trades here. Looks like that pulled back. Oops, not that much though. Submitted. Not ordered. What the hell? What's up, Robin Hood? What are you doing? What's going wrong here? Robin Hood, hello. I guess it went through. Pulling back. Man, this just doesn't know what it wants to do. It's ready for that afternoon momentum. Okay. Pulling back to this range. I think I'm gonna buy. I think I'm gonna buy actually 20 at that level. So I bought there because that was a previous support, or that should act as a good support. This range here, these previous tops. Let me make a bar here so we can use that. There we go. All right, so we're in that range right now. And this is just going sideways. Here, we'll, if it breaks this, then we'll get out. If we're within that range, that's okay. But if it breaks that bottom, then we will exit. So far, this just seems like bullish consolidation. I mean, same with this too. As frustrating as it is watching that go sideways, I think that's all that is. Okay. Got some indecision here. These sellers might be running out of steam. People are eager to buy it below the 50. What is that? 137? That's the 50? Or it's right on the 50. That's perfect. 137. Oh, shit. Pull right back to it. Okay, if we can get a confirmed another lower high here, that'd be fucking sick. Excuse the language. What is the music here? This is like drum circle. Uh-oh. Big gap down. Well, not big gap down, but gap down. And sellers continued. Oh man, not my best day. We normally don't start trading though until like 2:30. So I wonder if this is just still midday consolidation. But so let's take a look at the this is a new one we added to the dividend account. The VG, the Vanguard International Dividend ETF. And that's been having very green days since I bought it. I bought it on the open, I believe, Monday. So right here. So that's good. We like that. I figured for a long-term portfolio, it probably would be a good idea to have something in a small portion in the international markets. It's not a lot. And then this, the VIG. What is the VIG? Forget. Dividend Appreciation ETF. This has been doing good. I bought that earlier this month. So somewhere down in here. SCHD. Oh, we're on the hourly. We don't need to be on the hourly for this long term. SCHD has been having a good week. Seems like people have been piling into it. Seems like consumer staples has been very good too. What is happening with that chart? That was the time frame. Ooh, we got a little hammer here. What? I guess I should have waited for the bigger pullback, but whatever. That's okay. We'll still have a lot of gains here. If this continues to go up. But yeah, this has been kind of struggling the past since December of 24. You can kind of see this is a little bit of a downtrend here. But when I bought it, it was back here. So I've seen nothing but gains. And if you look just from April, this is an uptrend here. But I would really like it to see, I would like it to get above this range. I don't like that it got to it and sold off. And it tried to get up to it and continued selling off. Looks like we may turn around here and test that level again in the next week or two. But keep an eye on that. That is the Charles Schwab dividend, high dividend ETF. And VTR, what's VTR again? Ventas. Very bullish month. That almost looks unsustainable, but look at that long term. Since October of 24, April of 24. Straight up. Hey, here we go. Finally broke out of that. Let's continue that. The sellers ran out of steam. That would be huge. We need to break out of this. We need to keep up. We can't go down and form a head and shoulders. That would not be good. Trying to decide if I want to stick it here or here on a pullback. Wow, people are eager to buy that. We might have to raise that. Well, we did 500 shares. Right? Was it 500 shares? We'll leave that. Oh, fuck. We shouldn't have took that off. Oh, wow. Maybe we should, Oh, wow. We're gonna bump that down to 8. If that pulls back down to 8. then we'll be sitting pretty. Nice. Nice bullish green candle here. Alright, maybe we're gonna start to see that afternoon momentum. Finally broke out above that high candle. Holy hell. Oh my god, it seemed like we never would. But, so here, we do hold Coca-Cola in the Schwab account, long-term dividend. It's been sideways for about a year. I'm gonna step away for 1 second here. Nice. Hammer, if we can keep hammer looking structure there, that would candle there, that would be good. Hi Diamond. Hey, kitty. Oi, sorry about that. Ooh, we're still holding high. Okay. Some more bullish candles on ARWR. Good, good, good. Awesome. That's why you don't panic, Sal. You stick to the plan. Cool. Man, now it is, like, seriously the boring part. Sherwin-Williams, we hold that. You know what? Why don't we just do this? Ooh, we got two. I was gonna say, that might not be good. Wow, let's do this here. Let's go to the... Here we go. So, Cincinnati Financial, wow, having a great day. We're up 4%. Coca-Cola up 8%. Oh, came back a little bit. This was down 2% yesterday. Sherwin-Williams up 4%. And these are all, I plan on holding these long-term, very long-term, year or longer. These are long-term investments. These are not day trades. These are long-term. Most of these are either dividend kings or dividend aristocrats. Those are companies that increase their dividends over a, on a yearly basis. These are companies that frequently increase their dividends, and they're all companies that they're not going anywhere. They're not going out of business. Their financials are strong. They're strong in their sector and all that. How I determined for dividend stocks is I use the ROIC, the EY, and the dividend versus equity, I think. And then I compare that to the sector standard. Bam, and I have that stock picked out. But a little different for ETF. That's just for, more stable, having a chunk of the money. It's going to be more stable. Dividend focused. All, VIG is Vanguard, and then the VIGI is International Vanguard. And we talked about SCHD already. But yeah, we've been absolutely ripping it for the past month. This has been a great investments for me. So, very happy with those purchases. And what are we at now? We're still in that range. We'll probably trade sideways as long as that. But it's nice to see these EMAs pointing up in the right directions again. And we have a new lower high. Where is that? Okay. Looks like that is going to act as resistance. But in a bull market, resistance is frequently broken. So, we will see. We will hold to our plan. If it breaks this level, this 57.16, we will sell. Oh boy. DEFT climbing up. Man, and that market buy is not looking good. What we may do is just incrementally ooh, you know what? Don't really like that. This pulls back down. Head and shoulders, baby. We don't like that. But it might not do that. It could, this could be the last candle, red candle, and go down. Or, reverse. So look at that. That is some bullish momentum that we like to see on DEFT. We will wait for a much larger pullback than that. But we're just going to queue that up. Another gap up. Looks like the gap was filled. And I really don't like that. Although a hammer isn't bad. I would take a hammer. Or a doji. Dragonfly doji. Anything over a big full red candle. There we go. Green and hammer would be even better. But red candle isn't all that bad. Oh, that wouldn't be good though. Big red, bullish. Or bearish engulfer would not be good. I think we will. If that stayed down there, I would have bought. Gotta be quick. Sometimes you gotta be quick. Sometimes you don't want to be quick. But sometimes you gotta be quick. You know, that's just all, you know, stuff you have to figure out with your own plan. Give me another pullback. An AWR. I think we're gonna sell. I don't know. I want to stick to the plan, but that is, I mean, that's an exit signal for us, technically. One of our exit signals. You know, some of our exit signals are a little subjective. You know, given what the stock has been doing for the day, past performance. But that is an exit signal. The 50... we have a close below the 50. And the 10 under the 20. But look at that. Now we have a big green engulfer. If we establish a higher high here, or a higher low, I mean, that's good. So, so that's a long way for me to say I'm sticking with the plan. Big green engulfing candle, that's good. Dad, say hi if you're watching. It'd be nice for that to be another green candle. If it stays within the range, that's okay. That's totally fine. But let's take a look at the Roth account here. How's the Roth doing today? And wow. Only one red one in the Roth. Wow, Sybin. And yeah, that's not too surprising. We don't own much of this, and we don't DCA much into this. It's kind of a moonshot. They do psilocybin testing. They are involved with the FDA trials for depression and other, psychiatric problems. But Compass is doing good. They do the same thing, but they are out of all those companies that are public, Compass Pathways is the furthest along in their FDA trials. And this has been having a solid year since April. May, really. In a bit of a sell-off currently. As you can see, we're down. NEE, doing good. They've been doing very good lately. I think that was on because of good earnings, I believe they had in October or September. AVAV. That might be ready to come back. red hammer. A bit of a doji. 2 dojis. Looks like we're right at that support level. Might be a good time to get back into AVAV. Oh. We have our consolidation for DEFT. Or our pullback, I should say. It's really rather a pullback than a consolidation. CoreWeave, wow, up 4% today. Oh, yeah, gap up and then sell. A bit of an indecisive day today, really. What time is it? 2:06? If this now closes below the 50-day moving average, we might sell. If we get a close below the 50-day moving average. But right now, I'm going to buy the dip. How much do I have? 317. This is good. Obviously, I'd like it to go up. But I like that it's not going down. So that's good. We may see some momentum in the afternoon here on that. Ooh, let's see if the buyers step in at the 20. I know I will. And I think that's all the capital. 35 bucks. And it's cash account, so that's it. These are the trades we made today. Ooh, if we establish that higher low, continue up, that'd be nice. So far, consolidation. Let's see how long that consolidation continues. Judging on the rest of this day here, we may get stuck in that range for some time. So we'll just keep looking at some of our watch lists, I guess, see how they're doing. If anybody wants me to look at something, I'll take a look. Shoot me in the chat. Redwire having a few bullish days. But this has just been in a major downtrend. On a technical standpoint, I mean, you could bounce, but I'd say you're ignoring this half of the chart. Very easily could break. Oh! We don't have a close below. Let's see if the buyers step in here. I don't care about an open below. I care about a close below the 50-day moving average. And sometimes I don't even use that, but you know, I will use a confluence of it being on a support, or, you know, it's not always just that as an exit signal. Sometimes use that as with a confluence of other signals. Ooh, we have that close below. We'll see if the buyers step up here, or if this continues. Because if we get a couple more green candles, and we're just gonna get stuck in this range here, why would I sell? Don't want to panic sell. Man, that a big green in golfing would be really nice. I don't like that that didn't break above that level. Although, let's see what it does. It might. Let's take a look at Cube. Take a look at some of the REITs here. It's been in an overall downtrend. I think the yard guy just pulled up. Uh-oh. Big red engulfing red candle. We may use that. Although, we'll see. Oh, it closed below the 50 we're selling. I don't like that. That head and shoulders. I don't think we're gonna get momentum out of that today. Volume started getting lower. It's not trading at as high a volume anymore. You could get something in the end of the day here, but all right, it's up to DEFT now. And we might get stuck in that range for who knows how long. I think I'm gonna get up, stretch the legs, and take the jacket off. It's getting hot. Hang the jacket up, and then yeah, I'll be right back. I had to take the jacket off. Getting a little warm. Looks like this is gonna continue up. Guess that's a panic sell. We'll see what happens with that. But that means that capital is no longer available since this is a cash account. So that's unfortunate. Sellers putting the pressure on DEFT. And yeah, we have fully reached the boring part of the stream. Is that clock still working? No, that clock's not working. Fuck, man, that's a bummer, dude. We should have hung on to that. But that's okay. That's all the more reason to not panic sell DEFT. What am I hearing? Let's take a look at the indices quick. How are we doing? Oh wow, we gapped up today. Another gap up. Wow. Look at this. This is just crazy. Gap up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since October 7th, we've had 6 gap ups. It's crazy. That is crazy. Dow doing good. NASDAQ doing good. The Rusty Russell doing fantastic. Those small caps were looking rough for a bit there. What are we at now? Negative what? Negative 35 on the realized year to day. Our profits from Symbotic wiped out. If we hung on to it, we would have made even more money too. If our stop loss wasn't hit. God, look at that. That's just crazy. Sold off well before earnings, and then just, wow. Amazing. And looks like we're gonna get stuck in that range here again. What I don't like, though, is where do you see that? Okay, we do see it here. Earlier today. Went up, sold down. Went up, sold down. Got a little crazy in here. So, okay. And then here is where the consolidation started. We'll see. I get the feeling we can get another run up before the end of the day. I can be wrong, though. Should we see what Schwab's saying?
On this, but this has been a head scratcher too because they've had more and more good news. They got a backlog of nearly 6,000 planes at this point, over 5 years in backlogs for orders. But Airbus has
Let's take a listen. What's Schwab saying?
this trader thinks
Let's turn him up for you.
For the next week and a half.
Let me know if that's too quiet.
Stocks. What an interesting story it's been. A bright spot too. Tell us about the healthcare sector ETF.
Yeah, earlier this year, this was one of the lagging sectors. Now up pretty significantly, just below record highs that we saw in mid-2024.
We got buyers eager to step in at the 50, so
this is the healthcare ETF.
It's good.
Up 2.5% so far this week, up 10% so far this month. But then you start taking a look at the components. I mean, this is a good lesson for every investor and trader out there. Always on these, you know, it might say healthcare ETF on it. Start looking at the components within that ETF. Why is this stock or why is this ETF up so much and just below record highs? Well, and having a great month. Well, Eli Lilly's over 15% of this ETF, and Eli Lilly hitting fresh all-time highs today. So that's not surprising. Johnson & Johnson about 8.5%. AbbVie about 7%.
What's the
which has had a decent
IBD
recently, about 5%
doing today?
Of this ETF. So
Ooh, Rocket Lab down 1%.
Lagging a little bit today. The
Down to
overall
42.
gains in the market has had a pretty spectacular run here in November, and we've seen that rotation trade take place lately, Nicole. Where
maybe a good time to buy Rocket Lab.
A little bit, but they're
If
going
you're a
to
bull on Rocket Lab.
Market and healthcare, which I had mentioned, had been
This
lagging
obviously
in the
could
latter stages of
continue.
last year into early
It all
this
depends
year.
on what you
And we saw
think
some
is
more
a,
bullish activity
you know,
here today.
what's a good
Also,
value for
February
Rocket Lab.
monthly cycle, so about 3 months till expiration, 86 days. Traded about 10,000 of the February 165 strike calls. Paid an average debit of about 167.40.
TSSI, I cannot believe
The break even
we were trading this when it was around 19. When I looked at this the other day, I about shit.
So yeah, call buyers.
Look at that.
Here in XLV.
Major gap down.
See more gains into 2026.
November 13th.
Tom
14th,
White, thank you very
TSSI.
much. Great options
Gap
quarter
up today,
Look at some real
but
options trades.
I
And
mean,
know you'll want to hear from Dan
I wouldn't
Ives,
touch
who's
it.
coming up next.
Maybe a good day to
He'll
trade.
take a look at Nvidia, why he says it's still the
Short term,
undisputed
say
leader
look.
in the AI race. So he'll give us his look at the whole group overall. Dan Ives.
Short term looks great. Let's go back to the daily.
With the data and the decisions moving markets.
What else we
Morning
got
Trade
here?
Live breaks down the
Balance your good
macro
day.
moves driving the price action from Fed policy to global growth to inflation prints and geopolitical risk. Smart. fast, and
Hood
always
up
live
almost
from Wall
11%.
Street to your screen. Morning Trade Live, where the markets meet the macro. Weekdays
turn that
at
down.
10 a.m. Eastern on Schwab Network.
Gap up on Hood today. They've been in a bad downtrend since the beginning of the month.
Charles Schwab offers a webcast that's right for you.
Bit of a double top here.
Analyzing your stocks? Our technical analysis webcast series breaks down
See how it's
different
doing
techniques
on the 5 minute.
like trend analysis, price patterns,
5 minute looks
averages,
great.
oscillators, and much more. Best of all, you can ask questions directly.
If we had
to the
capital, I'd buy.
It's interactive learning at its finest. Tune in live or on demand. Head over to schwab.com/coaching.
Dad, if you're watching. Here, Dad. Here's your Astera Labs.
And I track options flow daily, identifying who's buying, who's selling.
Nice day for Astera Labs today.
Watch live on Schwab Network at Schwab.
Let's go to the daily. What's it look like? Downtrend though in the daily.
Trading at Schwab is powered by Ameritrade.
Where'd you buy it?
Give
Like 80
traders
back
even
here?
more ways to sharpen their skills with tailored education. Get an expanding library filled with new
Been in a
online videos,
downtrend since
webcasts,
September.
articles, courses, and more. All crafted just for traders, and with guided learning paths.
Looks like it filled the
Content
gap.
curated to fit
Gap
your
fill
unique
reversal
goals.
maybe.
You can spend less time searching. and
Might be
more
a good time to buy.
Trade brilliantly.
I would wait and
with
see.
Schwab.
I would give that, although, I mean, historically bullish week, give that the 3-day rule. I mean, that's it right there. But I personally would go for a little bit stronger bullish confirmation.
Tech Research Managing Director, Senior Equity Analyst
Symbotic, man, we looked at this so much
Never
today.
hold back. You tell us what you think always.
I think we only have,
Right now, you are saying it's NVIDIA, everybody.
let's
Don't
look.
get
I think
thinking
we
Google's
don't
the
even
AI
have a
leader.
share
Why
of
not?
Symbotic.
Look, I mean,
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did buy 10
one of our favorite
during the
names as
stream.
well. And
Forgot
my
about that.
whole point is demand and supply is 12 to 1 for NVIDIA chips. Meta can't get enough of these NVIDIA chips. There's 30-40% they can maybe get.
Yep, we're
Where's the
stuck in
rest
that
come from?
range
You
again.
look at what Google's doing on TPU.
All right,
you look at
almost
what
2:30.
AMD's doing. There's
Let's see if we
upside
get
and
some
downside,
more.
but at the end of the day, it's NVIDIA's world.
Some
Everyone
more
else is
bullish
paying rent
runs
when it
here.
comes
I
to
shouldn't have
the
sold
AI
that.
revolution.
ARWR.
So at this point now, when we hear that Google's making a deal possibly with Meta
It's on a
and
slow
NATO and all
climb
these other
up.
things, you don't think that
Hey, whatever. You
needs
can't
to be
win them all.
will be the leader. I mean, there's a lot
Here we
of
go.
things
Are
that
we
are
gonna
going
see
on.
some
Yeah,
some
I mean, 'cause
movement
Nicole,
on
look, these come back from
DEFT?
Asia, been there 3 weeks. I mean, NVIDIA, most of these
American
chips sold out in
superconductor.
26 when it comes to
Wow.
chips. So
Another
when you
one
look at,
that we owned for a
for
little
small
while.
capacity
That I was
areas,
shocked after I
training, and
sold. I
some
was
of the
like, oh my
other
god, that went
sort of
down
use
that much.
cases, you could use
This was in the
Google
Roth for a
chips.
while.
But just like you're going to be able to
But we
use,
sold it.
you look at big tech companies, they're going to ultimately build their own chips over the coming years. But the reality is that this AI revolution, it's being built on one chip, and that's NVIDIA. And I think doubting that,
AEM almost
I
up.
think it's just the wrong
5.
Right.
This continues
Right.
to be, one godfather of AI, that's Jensen.
All right. You also, when you talked about him being the Rocky Balboa of the AI revolution, I also heard that you said the likelihood of no cut was the same from the Fed was the same as you being the center for the next year. Even when we had the unlikely situation where maybe we wouldn't get the cut, you thought the cut was coming. Why is the cut coming? And are there more cuts coming?
Yeah, I mean, look, me and
All
we-
right, everybody
we
excited for
talk about this
Thanksgiving?
a lot, right? The reality
What are
is
y'all
that,
most excited for
like I
food?
Said, like, there's a better chance of me playing in the NFL this weekend or the NBA than ultimately a cut not happening. But I think it just shows. Look, the reality is you're going into a dovish cycle. In terms of Hassett, ultimately that's going to be Fed next Fed chair. That is bullish, and I think just going through the sort of knee jerk and doubting, I think the narrative.
I'm gonna step
that
away
we're
again
in,
real quick.
I think that's how you lose money. I mean, the 10-year is telling you something, and I think it just speaks to what I view is going to be
Broadcom
a
having a
baseline,
good day.
not just into year end, but as we go into 2026. That's what I told Einstein, get the S&P
Broadcom having a good
7000
week.
hats ready for the coming
All-time
weeks.
highs today.
So
They're
when
ready.
we think about the names, when we think about the names that have the potential,
Almost to
for
400.
AI,
Amazing.
The biggest name is.
Well, the biggest name is obviously NVIDIA, but I think
I'll
when
be
you look
right
at
back.
Microsoft, that continues to be the table pounder relative to what's happening on the enterprise. I mean, I think Microsoft, Meta, and Oracle, those sell-offs make those all table pounder names to own.
Right, because I was going to ask you about cloud services, and then cybersecurity. So your winners in each one are.
Yeah. So I think if you look on the software side, the massive AI Palantir, I think that's $1 trillion market cap next 2 to 3 years. That continues to be one of our core winners, along with Snowflake, MongoDB. I think on the infrastructure side, Nebius, I think that continues to be very, I think underappreciated in terms of everything they're doing. And then I look on cybersecurity, everything George is doing at CrowdStrike and what Nikesh is doing at Palo Alto, those two names stick out front and center. And then, of course, it's the hyperscalers that we continue to own. And look, it speaks to the IVES AI 30. Who are the winners? Who are the second, third derivatives? The bears will come out of hibernation mode, and they'll scare. I get it. It's just part of this market. The reality is this tech bull market has another 2 years, and that continues to be our view in this AI revolution.
Are you still a Tesla fan?
I don't think there's a better AI
All right, we're
name
back.
to own
How are we looking?
in 2026.
Cool.
than Tesla.
We're still up
Because it's my
higher
view,
than this previous range. Let's see if
autonomous and
this
robotics will
acts as
define
support
the
here.
future
That'd
of
be
Tesla. And I think it's going to be
fire.
the biggest chapter of growth ever. I think autonomous loan is worth $1 trillion.
You know what?
Look, now you're starting to see it. Robotaxis.
I'm gonna grab a
gonna
dew
be
quick. I'm sorry.
30, 35 cities. The regulatory framework is going to be accelerated. Musk, wartime CEO, has the pay package. That's not a concern anymore. 600 base case, 800 bull case for Tesla.
Why do you think Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff was saying so many great things about Gemini 3 versus ChatGPT? He said he used ChatGPT for 3 years. Now he tried Gemini. It was a life-changing moment. He's never going back. What's so
Ahoy!
Gemini 3?
We're back.
It's going to be the leader, at least in that
With the
part of it.
dew.
Look, Gemini, it's a special in terms of what they've produced there. Look, it goes back to CapDrive was
Very good,
better
very
than
good.
Google to start the year, right? The breakup, AI is gonna
My sugar fizzy drink. Y'all ever seen those videos? The fizzy drink.
Right? In terms of what we see
The
playing
fizzy
out.
drink today.
This is not a zero-sum game. I mean, what OpenAI is doing, ChatGPT,
Maybe we'll
they're
pull
gonna
one up.
continue to be the core leaders, but
Oops.
I believe the AI component for
fizzy
Google,
drink.
that could add
No fizzy
$1
drink
per
today.
share of the name. That's why that's the name you continue to own core going into
fuck.
26.
How do you view Tim Cook and sales of, as the leader, as the visionary, how the team is doing?
Where is he?
I mean, look, that's why he's Hall of Fame CEO. right?
No
They continue
fizzy
to
drink
pound
for
it
me
out,
today. There
and
it
then
is.
ultimately look where and this is even before they've got
Oh shit, this is.
with his candlelight dinner with
I can't believe I'm gonna watch this on stream.
Hello everyone, no fizzy. Drink for me today. I went to a shop this morning.
Hey,
Bought something and they
sorry,
were offering
fizzy
free
drink
item,
today.
either a chocolate bar or a bottle of water. I chose the bottle of water. Now what I'm going to say, you will understand this for sure. I didn't choose the bottle of water because I thought I'll tell this to you in the video today. I'm telling this to you in the video
Day
now because I
1079, no
chose the bottle of
fizzy
water
drink.
in the morning. So basically what I mean is I did it for myself rather than I thought I'll show it to others. That's why I chose it. And one of my best friends said the same thing, which I fully agree. Do it for yourself rather than do it to show it to others.
Yeah.
Because what will happen if there are no other people to see, then you will get disappointed. Of course, you guys support me and all what I am is because of you guys. But the message here is do it for yourself.
You hear that?
Don't just do it because you
Do it for yourself.
Otherwise, you will get demotivated at some stage. And no fizzy drink for me today. Thank you.
No fizzy drink for him today.
No fizzy drink for me today.
I don't know why I find that so funny. No fizzy drink for me today. Not for me.
627.
Fizzy drink every day.
Nicole, my view, this is building Vegas.
I'm like a Mountain Dew addict.
It's building Dubai. First shovels down 25 years ago. I mean, that's how you have to think about this build out of a fourth industrial revolution. And I think it's short-sighted when investors are like, well, I'd rather them just, increase revenues, increase EPS, increase free cash flow, maybe like a Meta into next year. No, you want to see Zuckerberg being wartime CEO, spending in the AI arms race, monetizing the future of Meta.
In a way, I am glad I got out of that, because, I mean, it'd be nicer if that capital was freed up and I could use it.
Look, I just think
But since it's a cash account, I can't.
Meta is not
But,
going to second, third,
I mean,
fourth
it hasn't
choice
done
when it comes to
anything.
chips.
It's gone
They
up,
didn't think the
kinda.
opportunity was there.
But it's really
That's
going
why
sideways.
Zuckerberg's doing this, and also you have 3 billion users. You're now going to monetize on the consumer side, and I think look.
Here we go. We're 2:34 Eastern Standard Time.
This is the beginning of a fourth industrial revolution. We've said the AI party started at 9 p.m. It's now 10:30 p.m. Party goes to 4 a.m.
I
I'm not
am
saying
on the
it's not
side,
the party.
kind of
DJ doesn't
side
play
of this
music,
guy
glasses on,
here.
dance floor, maybe cops come to
I
the
think
party 'cause
this
of loud
bull
music.
market is
Party
just
goes up to
starting.
4 a.m. The Bears will watch that party from the outside.
Yes, we are in a
through the
bubble,
windows.
but bubbles can go on for a
All right,
long
this
time.
Too, with your Soho Surf, and you're looking like a little F1 racer a bit.
I'm trying to keep up with you. I'm trying to keep up with
yeah, right. This is boring Armani. I like what you have way better. Okay, Dan Ives,
Happy
Global
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your loved ones. Global Head of Tech Research, Managing Director, Senior Equity Analyst, Wedbush Securities, Dan Ives. Thank you so much. Coming up, we'll break down what you can take a look at, the AI boom.
Whoa,
the
big,
economy, what you
big
need to know about your wallet as you
green
head into the
engulfer.
holidays. And
Whoa, gap
we'll
up.
be right back.
You know what? Why don't we use the last of that? 22. Ah, that puts us just over 21. It's so little. Doesn't really even matter where you put it. All right. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's take a look at crypto quick. For shits and gigs. Oh, Bitcoin. Big green candle on Bitcoin a couple hours ago. Wow, up to 89,000.
Sometimes, you know.
Wow, we finally broke up above that 200-day moving average.
Same goes for where you invest.
Bullish crossover, bullish convergence on Bitcoin. I think. Wow, Ethereum, man. We're still within that trend line.
Trading at Schwab is powered
Kinda.
by Ameritrade.
We're a little bit below it.
Power of think or swim. The award-winning
Solana.
platforms.
That's
Bring your
not.
trades
That
into
broke
focus
its trend
on
line.
Thinkorswim desktop with robust charting and analysis tools.
I don't really use trendline much, but I know a lot of people do.
Tailor the platforms to your unique
So
needs with nearly endless customization.
I kind of use them
With
for
up-to-the-minute
trading.
news and insights.
Not really much. Like, I don't really draw them, but
Trade
I
View
do have that in the
with Schwab.
back of my mind that other traders use them. So it's good to know, you know? It's good to know that stuff.
Welcome back to the watch list. I'm Nicole Petalides. We're live on the
Because,
floor of the
just
New York
because of
Stock
other
Exchange. We welcome in
traders
Will Hannan,
use them.
CEO of Advisor Shares, taking a look at overall
Sui.
your portfolio, but you said you want to consider
Really
investing in
broke its
fixed and
downtrend.
shovels
Wow,
of
down to
AI
150.
trade in the industry. How do you feel about the market at this
Okay.
moment? Are you feeling positive?
I am feeling positive. I think there's
Let's
a
go
few
back
headwinds, ahead of us.
to the
Inflation
multi.
seems to be
Uh-oh, Robinhood, slow.
Unemployment a little bit
Having
higher
server
as
issues
well.
again.
We'll see what the Fed does with interest rates.
I
So
like
think there's
this.
a few things that make it
This is
challenging for the
great.
consumer, which if it makes it challenging for the consumer,
Let's
it's
keep
gonna
that
make it
pushing
probably
up in this
challenging for the
last
market.
hour and a half
At
here.
the same time, are you still a fan of the AI revolution? Because I know some of the picks you have are sort of correlated to that.
I am. I mean, it was interesting to hear you interview your last guest, Dan Ives, and talk about how much he loves NVIDIA and the AI trade, and I'm with him. It's fantastic. It's going to continue to grow. I think the challenge with something like NVIDIA is what we saw with earnings, this past earnings announcement, right? The very next day, the stock price went down a little bit, and while I'm confident they have
Oh,
sales
shit.
ahead, they have seemingly ahead of the competition, even Google, with their announcement relative to their chips. What's not certain is that they're going to trade at the same multiples they did. And so when you saw that stock pull back after a beat, I understood that there's some weakness.
How long ago did those report? It's been so long since we streamed.
This year, and you're
2 weeks?
trying to manage your risk. Absolutely. We talk about investing kind of in the what we call the picks and shovels of that industry, and not just that industry, data centers and crypto. So we're looking at the heating and cooling industry, which typically might be a little bit boring, but has done really, really well. Really I guess just that, the picks and shovels of that underlying AI economy.
You like the HVAC ETF, and in there is Comfort Systems, Amphenol, and some of these names. I mean, Comfort Systems up over 120%, 100% for Amphenol. These are some names you like. Do you continue to like the HVAC ETF and some of these names?
Yes.
I do. It's managed by one of your favorite portfolio managers, Dan.
HVAC ETF, huh?
And so absolutely, those are two of his top picks in that portfolio. As a group, the HVAC ETF is up a little bit over 25% this year. Now, that's less than the chip sector. If you look at SMH, I think it's the Van Semiconductor ETF, that's up over 40%. But beating data servers as a group, beating, of course, crypto.
Huge.
Bitcoin's had a bit of a rough year after a strong start.
Yeah.
So to get 26%, especially relative to the market, this is probably one of those areas where it feels a little value, a little old school blue chip. These are tried and true industries that are really driving
There we go.
of what we're
There we
seeing with
go.
companies like NVIDIA. So that's how we talk to advisors about it. Is if you're
Pointing
getting
in the
nervous,
right
if your clients
direction.
are getting nervous a little bit about that, nothing wrong with taking some of those gains off the table this year and maybe looking at HVAC or the picks and shovels of that industry.
And then we turn to crypto. I mean, Bitcoin itself has been down about 20%.
There we go.
It's trying to claw back a bit.
This is a little bit slower mover than we usually trade. So I'm finding it in myself to
I do.
be
So
patient,
someone
even
I
more
watch a lot
patient
is,
than I
somebody named
normally
Chris
am.
from Oregon Creek Capital. And one of the things he talks about a lot is the history of the price action of something like Amazon and how it had
There we go.
anywhere from 70 to 80 to, I
We
think
like
over
that.
1.90%
Breaking it,
drawdowns at
approaching
different times
the
over
resistance
cycle,
here.
of that stock and of that company. And he always
Let's
talks about
let's get our
who's
line
held it through
drawn.
all of that volatility. It's Jeff Bezos and probably his
Oop.
family. And so when you have something that the fundamental story fits, it's technology that people seemingly are adopting, it's seemingly going to be a tool of the future. I'm not sure that I see it as a currency play per se. I think that if you are a Bitcoin
There we
fan
go.
and you believe in that story, I do
Let's
think that you
see.
stick with it and you get these opportunities to buy in at these lower prices.
If we can break through that
And
resistance,
then when I think about overall, I mean, you
and
also have
hopefully she'll
semiconductors
act as
and
support.
data servers, ETFs. Do you like both of those too, or are you just watching those?
I watch
In a
them
bull
more as
market,
we look at how the
resistance
HVAC industry
often
is doing,
breaks.
right? Those are the areas that are
And in a
growing
bear
like
market,
crazy, that the HVAC industry does
support
but those
often
have been
breaks.
weaker, right? The server data ETF.
It's a general rule of
who runs that
thumb I
ETF,
have
but the ticker symbol's SRV on
read
this,
in many,
down, I think 3% this year.
many books.
So it's really been AI that's driving their turns. HVAC has been nice. And then you look at the commodities because it's interesting. Something like gas, which it matters to people, especially if you're driving to see
Looks
your
like we
family
had a
this weekend for
close just
Thanksgiving,
above that.
is down. But
Sell off.
conversely, electricity's up, I think, almost a little over 4% this year. So people are paying more for that, and that I think is again one of those things that are driving the HVAC industry. And I would point out a company that you just mentioned that is one of our top holdings.
Big green
like Amphenol,
candle.
The ticker there is APH. They are the technology that connects those things, the hardware and the sensors to allow you to run those things more efficiently. So when you are seeing energy prices or electricity in particular going higher, that's where that company has really benefited by finding efficiencies really more at an industrial level, more than you might see in your home. And that's what really has driven strong returns for that company, which is up almost 100% this year as well.
You said you want to keep everybody's investments hot, even when people are worried about the cold weather and all
Oy.
that. Do you see new highs?
Breaking
I mean,
into all-time
overall,
highs.
S&P
Now,
7,000, if so,
the
when would that be?
resistance may act as support
I do,
here.
and I
Let's see if it
would be
does.
hard-pressed to give you a specific guess
We
around
will
that,
be
but
selling
I
this
do
right before
what you
close
interviewed with Dan
regardless
Ives and him talking about, some point interest
of
rates
where
will
it's
probably
going.
rise.
I
It's not
know
December,
nothing
we'll see
about
Fed
this
share
stock
gain in the next year.
because that doesn't
We've got an
matter in a day
administration
trade
that
like
is
this.
very focused.
The
They're
only thing
super
that
aggressive in
matters
support the stock
is that
market.
price
And so many
pays.
people's investments, whether it's
Price
they're
pays.
investing for their own in the market or it's their 401ks, are driven
Because
by
we
it.
don't plan on
I think
holding
we're
this
going to see an
overnight.
administration that is going
So,
to drive things as aggressively
price
as they
pays.
can, whether
It
that's
also
all
means
the
if it
investments
pulls
that we're
back, you
seeing
have
being
to
announced
sell.
within the US,
And now,
hopefully a lot of job creation
I think we
around
may
that,
bump up
probably
our
lower cost of capital.
sell
It'll be a bumpy
to the
ride,
20-day
but
moving
I would
average.
say that, we are
Clock in
probably
a little
gonna
bit
continue to
higher
head that
gains.
direction.
But we'll
And
see
the
what
only reason why
happens.
I
I don't
probably
really,
think
that all
inward
depends on if
related
we
is because
break
it
this
definitely will not
support.
be a straight line.
On
It's
a-
just a function of how investors are
If we
allocating
break
and
this
what they're
support
willing to
here,
stomach from a
if
risk
we pull
perspective.
back,
We've had
mainly if
gasoline,
we break that
here
support,
this
then I'll
Thanksgiving
use this
holiday
20
now is at the
as a
lowest
moving
price in
as
years.
an exit
So
signal.
that's good news for
So we can
folks.
lock
But we
in a
talked
little bit
about
more
other
gains.
things like food, housing, electricity, taxes, some of the things that folks pay. Why are you bringing those to our attention? Why does that matter? I mean, we all have to pay all of those things. Is there a way an investor
And we
can,
found this
use
stock
this and tell us
on the
if
Yahoo
Yeah,
stocks
I focus
trending
on those
stocks
data points
list.
just because I
So when
believe
you
that
read
those
all
are
those
the
guys
data
on
that are
Reddit
occurring in the
saying
economy,
if it's on the
just
trending
for
list,
whatever
it's
average, US
too late.
households,
That isn't
food
true.
prices do
You just
matter,
need to
right? When you
look
the
at this
overall
chart
inflation numbers,
yourself.
that it's come down
If
with this
if
new
don't
administration,
get
it
into
doesn't feel
something that
bad,
gapped
but
up
when you look at
and then
specifically
sold
where
off the rest of
higher
the day.
rates of inflation
You know, don't
are,
just buy anything that's on
education
that
is
trending.
higher,
There
housing is
are
higher,
good stocks to
food is
find on
higher.
those
And
lists.
so those
You
are
just
the
actually
things
have to
that
look
hit
at the chart
everyday
yourself.
Americans. So, maybe with a
And
lower
if you
cost
see
of
something
capital,
like
maybe
this,
hopefully with lower interest rates on their,
is
on
it,
their home
I don't
debt
know,
and
you
home
tell me,
mortgages
was
and
it
on
too
their
late to
credit
buy
cards,
this?
those things can help, but also a strong economy, if this administration
Was it,
can
you know?
deliver on that,
So,
I think it creates
you tell that
more
to those
opportunity
Reddit
in the
people.
marketplace, even though consumers still seemingly have a lot of pricing challenge and a lot of affordability challenge ahead.
Noah Hammond, CEO, Advisor Shares. Great to see you, Noah. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Coming up, we're going to take a close look at Zscaler, the AI security bet. And can it deliver? All right? Can it continue to do so? There's so much competition in this space. We'll be right back.
We'll make this green now.
The final 90 minutes of the trading day, that's when markets make headlines and traders
That's
make
true.
decisions. From earnings shocks to sector rotations, we're tracking the catalysts that
All
move
right.
markets right into the close. Here on the floor, I bring you real-time sentiment from traders driving the action.
And in Chicago, we break down the data, technicals, and trades you need to see before the bell rings.
Live coverage of the close every single day. This is Market on Close, live weekdays 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Schwab Network.
Opportunities don't stop when the market day ends. So neither do we. Schwab gives you round-the-clock access to over 1,100 of the most popular stocks and ETFs, plus a wide variety of futures markets.
Yeah, whatever. I was going to set a trailing stop, but
From trading specialists
we're watching
who
it.
understand the ins and outs of 24-hour trading. No matter the hour, you can trade brilliantly with Schwab.
Oh, buyers eager to get into it. We got a little bit of indecision here, though.
Schwab is here to help
We got
you
some
move forward.
sellers.
So, whether you're buying, selling, holding, or planning, whether you're ETFing or 401k'ing, saving, spending, or even retiring, you can count on Schwab for market insights, live support, powerful trading platforms, and 400 branches. All at your service, all so you can invest your way. Sounds nice, right?
Oh.
I'm Sam Vardis, live from the New York Stock Exchange. When the market moves, we're on.
I'm going to have to figure out how to set the stop on here, the trailing stop. I normally do it on the other platform of theirs. I'm going to step away, use the bathroom quick. We're very risky to do that without the stop loss, but I think we'll be good.
Welcome back to the watch list. We want to take a look here at Zscaler and some of the names in this
All right,
cybersecurity
bathroom break,
area.
BRB.
Rich Ashley, VP, Practice Lead Security and AI at Futrim, is with us. When we look at Zscaler and the competition in the group, you said that Zscaler is aligned with 5 key cybersecurity trends. Why Zscaler?
I think Zscaler's made a number of moves, both in the zero trust area, but also thinking more broadly about how organizations need to secure and think about AI as it moves into production. This year's been a very much a year of looking for some of those early productivity gains, but of course we need to get AI into production to be able to do that. Now, the question is, do you have all the right things to be able to secure AI? And oftentimes security is not the first thought for organizations. Might be the CISOs, might be the CIOs. It isn't necessarily that of development teams. So you have to have those things in place. And that's part of that clear articulation of the AI strategy that Zscaler's had. Now, of course, they're taking a bit of a beating today in the market. A lot of pressure around their earnings per share, also around profitability. I mean, they were really strong on cash flow and other aspects. So it wasn't a bad announcement. It was actually pretty good yesterday. But I think the question is, are all the right things going to be there when we need them to be able to deploy new systems, new applications, new models, and capabilities into production? That we want to get those productivity gains, those positive business outcomes, measurable metrics from AI.
And I want to talk more about the platform, but when you see this stock down 12%, do you feel like it's a great buying opportunity?
Well, it certainly is not one that I expected to see in terms of a drop that much. Zscaler is going to be around. They've got a very large platform, a very large number of customers. They see a huge amount of traffic through their SaaS-enabled applications, their SaaS-enabled products. And part of that is a big positive for AI because, of course, you need massive amounts of data for machine learning, not just on attacks, but also on traffic patterns and the new things that we see going into productions. They made some investments around SPLX for asset discovery, for red teaming, doing some security governance. I think the challenge for any company...
We're back.
As you add these new capabilities,
Looks like we're still above the support.
Move away from being a
good.
Platform company. You want to still provide that integrated fabric
Oh,
to customers.
look at that.
Not
Yeah,
only
we shouldn't have
data, but
sold
also
that.
Security capabilities
Oh,
to
well.
keep the efficiency of your SOC operations high, but also be able to take on the new challenges with AI. So Zscaler is going to be around. Whether they're a buyer or not, that's kind of your sensitivity where you think how much they think they're
Yeah, we
undervalued.
shouldn't have
Some
sold
people say
that. We would have
valuations
been
are
making profits now a little
larger,
bit.
are
But
overvalued. That's a matter of opinion where you fall.
that's
in that
okay.
spectrum.
We more than made up for it here.
Platform consolidation and also the platform telemetry.
That is a prime example of why you don't panic sell. I should have stayed with the plan. We didn't break this. We never broke this. I preemptively thought that this was going to continue down.
The silos of data that we use across the organizations,
and I was proven wrong. That is why you stick to the plan. Always stick to the plan. Whether that means you lose a little extra or not. Because look, if I stuck to the plan, I would have made more money.
It doesn't matter whether the security telemetry is coming.
Still learning. We are still learning. It is a constant.
Constant. Be able to tie those things together because if
the education doesn't stop
subject to prompt
when it comes to trading.
It could be for any number of reasons. It could be an application.
Every day in the market is a learning opportunity, and you have to approach it that way. Absolutely have to. Otherwise, you will get broken down.
Things like JavaScript.
The market will chew you up and eat you out.
With new attacks. So the point of all that is you can't have this diversified,
spit you out, I should say,
disaggregated groups of data to be able to then get it back together into some kind of a telemetry application. You've got to have that pre-integrated because with AI, you also need the contextual information to be able to do.
I think that's this one.
Perform prompts against that data, so it knows what the data means before
Zscaler.
you have to tell it what it means.
Yeah, that is this right here. Wow, big sell-off. Looks like gap filled. Yeah, that old gap.
Dan Ives was just on. He did like CrowdStrike. He had that in his top 10 picks
filled.
today. What other cybersecurity names do you like? For
gap fill reversal maybe, but who knows? I would give that the 3-day rule before I got into that again.
Very much so. I mean, you mentioned CrowdStrike, of course. They are so present in organizations, whether it's governmental, large enterprise, very much a player and will continue to be. I expect that they will be. Palo Alto Networks, I know it's another company that's taking a little bit of a hit today in the market, but I don't think that's representative of their future either. Again, there are so many attack services, whether it's the edge, IoT devices, the core network, AI data centers that we're bringing online, models, all of those, and you've got to have a comprehensive security strategy that these companies are employing. And I think they're doing the right things. The question is, how much?
Oh, let's look at some other sectors here. Let's take a look at our old security watch list.
More people, etc. But you can get the efficiencies.
Depro down.
Or through AI. Workflows
that downtrend is continuing.
That really help enterprises operate more efficiently, but more quickly. So when there are attacks,
RCAT down.
And what are some
oh,
of
well, up,
AI
but down for me.
Your focus is security and AI.
It's good to see it consolidate at this range, but this could continue. You know, bullish week, 3-day rule here. But look, we had an indecisive day.
I'd like
today.
to bring some focus into
It's
the
not
software
over,
world
but I
because
mean,
we're making this
it's almost
transition
over.
From bots
So,
as something that does work for us,
Arcad, I would
something
be
that does
wary
functions,
about.
to actually bots
If
as
you
part
want to
of the
do a
software
DCA
architecture.
into
You saw
it,
this
a
at
small
Microsoft
DCA,
at their most
maybe.
recent developer conference. It's introduced Agent
AVAV,
365,
same
and
thing.
underneath that is a whole bunch of capabilities. Some that I mentioned about this data fabric idea of contextualizing data, but also
This
how
just
we secure
shot
and
up
govern
after
agents.
Charlie
Now, that
Kirk's
can't happen
shooting.
once it lands into production, into the network, or into the data center. That's got to be built into the software fabric, the architecture.
If it can hold this
how those things are built. So you see a
and
lot
turn
of
around,
progress being made by
great.
Microsoft. You also see it, of course,
But we
by
don't
other
have the
subsidiaries,
Nancy
GitHub.
Pelosi
You also
side
see
of the
it at
chart.
infrastructure level, folks like Red Hat and who's a part of IBM. And at the developer tool level. So this whole
EVLV, can I
attack
sell
isn't
this
just
yet?
when it's in the network,
I
when
don't
it's
have
in the
hardly
data
any
center.
in
It's
it.
starting early. So I think
No,
I
we
would
can't
look
sell
at
it.
the software security side of this as
I
well,
literally,
because
how
that's
many shares
equally
do we
important
have?
to
I think
AI,
we,
because it's all becoming AI.
I don't know, we only own a few.
Rich Ashley of Futrum, thank you so much. It's wonderful to see you. Really appreciate your time today and good luck there. Thank you. And thank you, friends, for being with me here every day at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Thanks,
on
Nicole.
Schwab Network. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed Thanksgiving with loved ones. And I'll see you on Friday. Market on Close is next.
Whether you're an experienced investor or just getting started, Charles Schwab
Okay.
offers a webcast that's right for you. The platforms and
We are
tools
approaching the
webcasts
final
are
hour.
designed to help you broaden your knowledge of platform features and resources available from Schwab. You'll learn tips and tricks to help navigate Schwab.com, Thinkorswim, and mobile-based platforms.
Semiconductors, how they doing?
Ask questions by chatting directly with an education coach. It's interactive learning at its
SOXL
finest.
is up
Tune in
today.
live or watch on demand.
Gap
Head over
up
to
today on XOXL.
schwab.com/coaching and start learning today.
Welcome to Schwab Network, where
Let's see
real-time
what we're
market
doing.
coverage meets expert strategy.
Wow.
From the opening bell to the
This would have been a
closing
good one to
bell,
trade
we've
today.
got you covered.
Get
Great one to
inside the
trade
minds
today.
of pro traders.
My point is that they're getting a higher rate of change in sales based on their guidance, but not the same rate of change on
Should have
EPS.
saw that one.
Follow the biggest headlines, live analysis, breaking news, and sharp trade ideas minute by minute.
With shows built for action, we break it all down in real time with speed, accuracy, and precision.
I think one of the most important things is you're making a play in a risk-defined way here going into earnings.
So that would be a further downside area to watch.
Smart insights.
Sounds like grammatic.
actionable data, veteran traders, and trusted financial journalists streaming live and on demand.
Schwab Network, streaming 24/7.
Come on, let's get in another
Anywhere, free. SchwabNetwork.com.
today. That would be so awesome.
2025 kept investors on their toes. Now, get ready for the road ahead. Join Schwab's panel of experts on December 11th for 2026 Market Outlook, your guide to the forces shaping stocks, global markets, inflation, rates, and more. Hear from experts on where the markets may be headed, spot opportunities, and see what could drive your portfolio
Joe Mazzola.
next year. Tune in on December 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern on Schwab Network.
Yeah, it's
I'm
too
Nicole
bad we didn't see that
Bellavides at New York Stock Exchange. Live
SOXL.
interviews, market movers,
What a
and
lot. That was our old watch list. This is like 2 weeks old. Wow, DigitalOcean, that went up since we've been streaming. Because that was only, that's gone up 2% since we've been streaming. We almost bought it. I think when we looked at it.
On Wall Street, and this is Market on Close. I'm
Yeah, it
Margaret
was
David
around
coming to
here
you
when
live
we
from
looked
our
at it.
Chicago headquarters.
Yeah, I remember that.
Coming to you live from the floor of the New York
Remember
Stock
pulling
Exchange.
that up
Let's
and
take a look
seeing
at what
that.
is coming up on today's show.
Being like,
We'll check
never
in on the
mind.
state of the housing market
Maybe
and
we
see
won't
if
trade
the current
DigitalOcean
market is
today.
better for buyers or sellers. In Options Corner today, we will look at Nvidia after
Man,
shares
how long are
fell
we gonna get
11%
stuck in
so
here?
far this month. And today's overlooked
If it gets,
stock is CleanSpark, which is higher after
I
its
doubt
revenue
we'll
last
still be
year
in
being
that
focused
range
to AI
more than a half hour from now, but if we are, I'll sell.
Marley, take us through what you're watching today.
Dell, Sam, is one of the top performers on the S&P today after posting its highest quarterly revenue ever and a beat on EPS. The legacy PC maker also raised their full-year revenue guidance, driven by explosive demand for artificial intelligence servers.
Yeah, we really should not have sold
Today, after issuing quarterly
ARWR.
below the street's expectations.
Lessons learned.
Subscription revenue
Stick to the plan.
a series of price target reductions. And
Oh!
lower after giving full-year guidance.
The
below
stretch,
estimates.
man.
Management also warning that quote
Yeah.
difficult market conditions, which they partially
Pumpkin,
attributed
man.
to tariffs, will continue into next year. Although management did note that they view 2026 as the bottom. We'll break down
This
all
is
of these reports and
last
more
stream
coming
with
up.
this
But
guy,
first,
man.
let's
Oh,
where the
shit.
markets stand as we head into the close of trading today. Taking a
Last
look
stream
here,
with
we
the
are
pumpkin.
higher across the board. We're up more than 0.8% on the S&P 60.
Then
The Nasdaq
next
traded
stream, the
1%
Christmas
higher,
lights will be on.
25,668. For the Dow,
We'll
we're
change
about
up the
358,
colors and the lights
7,495, and the Russell 2000 right now our winner
from
on
the
this
autumn
12%
theme.
and the third at 24.98. As for the dollar, just slightly below the unchanged line at 99.54. Gold higher on the day.
I kind of want to cut them up and then
Crude oil still below
fry
the
up the
barrel mark, but 1% and
the seeds.
higher right now. And
Roast
Bitcoin
the seeds.
staging a late
The roasted
recovery on
pumpkin
this
seeds are
usually
good.
down day the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Up almost
We'd probably get like a meal out of it, or not a meal, but you know, one
$1 threshold right now, about 89,935.
one like servings amount out of this little guy.
Recovery there for the cryptocurrency.
I wonder if he's worth the roast.
Watching this tech split in reverse. Marley, Nvidia higher, Alphabet lower, and actually to a similar tune right now, just heading in opposite directions. And that's the reverse of what we've seen in recent trading sessions. A note out from Wedbush's Dan Ives getting a lot of attention today. The tech bull calling Nvidia the Rocky of the AI revolution, and that the Google
Rocky
TPU is not shaking. Jensen, who he calls the godfather of AI. He says while Google chips are gaining momentum here, just like AMD, the AI revolution starts and ends with Nvidia, and that's not changing
Nvidia.
for another few years. Nvidia, for its part, says it's a generation ahead of the industry, and it's the only platform that runs every AI model and does it everywhere computing is done. Meanwhile, the information also reporting that Chinese regulators have been
What are these candle structures looking like?
deploying Nvidia chips.
Wow, we have really a lot of sellers now. But people are eager to buy. Who is gonna hold out? Who's gonna hold out on this one? Are the buyers gonna follow, win?
That aid, I should say, the Chinese military citing a letter to Congress sent roughly 3 weeks before the trade truce in early October, and that report adding
Starting to get a few more bullish candles.
included in the Pentagon's list, which doesn't have legal implications, but really
Are we gonna get a takeoff
US investors. Now, Alibaba
at the end of the day?
took a big hit, but I'm just looking at now, it's actually higher as we stand, so recovering off the lows. Baidu and KWeb also coming under some pressure, but we have seen a little bit of a recovery there, although both are actually underwater right now. I'm going to send things back over to Marley.
Yeah, we should not have sold that, man. We would have made
Thanks
pretty
so
good
much,
amount of
Sam.
money.
Yes, like you mentioned, Tom White joining us here
Oh.
in our studios to talk about some of the top movers we have
Uh-oh.
today. And Tom, we've got sort of a tale of winners and a tale of losers today. So let's start with the winners. We'll start with Dell, sort of our
We gotta
big
get
winner
ready
on
to
the
sell.
day. Lots of talk of this AI bubble.
Gotta
or
stick with the
should we
plan.
less talk of this AI bubble, according to some guests I've spoken with today. Shares still almost up 7%.
Ooh, we have an open back down there.
Through some of the key takeaways.
Yeah, I think this is more of a relief rally than anything else.
Let's see if-
because the stock had fallen about 25%.
And see if
from
this
those,
support holds.
or not all-time
Uh-oh.
highs, but over year highs, 52-week highs over the last month, due to the fact that a lot of concerns
Sellers are gonna
about
come,
AI spend
are gonna
and, what
overtake
that
the buyers here.
immediately meet and expects from this.
Look at that
particular
volume
sector.
increasing
Now,
on
they did
selling.
meet on EPS pretty handily. Revenue came in a little bit lighter than expected, but I think this was all about guidance, Marley, because that's what they kind of hit everything with. They expect about $31.5 billion in sales in the fourth quarter versus 29 or 27.6, 27.5 billion. So that was above estimates. And then also raising expectations for AI server shipments during the year.
We're selling.
25 billion, up from 20 billion. That's
Dang.
Pretty big jump there, and raised its full-year revenue guidance to about $111.7 billion.
So that means we sold probably way below.
That they initially
But
anticipated. Now we did
let's
see
take a
that
look.
slide
What did
over
we
the
lock
last
in
3.5
for
4
gains
weeks since the start
today?
of November from those elevated levels. It was down about 25%.
85.
6.5% jump today.
85
And
bucks.
that was based on the fact
Well,
that
we're
a lot of
positive
parts
again.
we were getting, whether it was the memory side of
And
the
that
infrastructure
takes up
build,
all of our
margins
capital
started to
for
shrink
the
there.
day.
So that
I
was
bet
the
you that
concern for a
continues
lot of
down for the rest
investors
of this afternoon.
at this point. But I think this is
Or
more
pulls
of a
back
relief
significantly
rally
before
here,
people buy.
on the back of their expectations moving forward. Now we saw that from some of the other AI
It's the
players
last
in
hour of the
space.
day.
They
This
had
had
to
a
push
great
off
run.
maybe some
Would
of
not
their
surprise
build-outs
me
of
if
their
the
orders
sell-off
to the fourth quarter,
continues.
into the early stages of 2026.
Look at that
Due to
spike
the
in
tariff
selling
concern,
volume.
due to the government shutdown. So
Buying
maybe a
volume
little bit of a relief here.
slowly decreased.
Analyst community really seemed to like
Yep,
this. A lot
makes
of
sense.
upward adjustments of price targets.
Makes sense to
Melius Research
me.
said it was supposed to be a disaster
But
quarter, and it wasn't.
okay, that wraps it up, man. We got no more capital to trade, so and I want to get my Christmas stuff up. So all I have to do the day after Thanksgiving is flip a switch. So
Yeah, Deutsche Bank came out with a positive note.
that's
basically
gonna
just
be it
reiterating their
for the day. I hope everybody has an awesome Thanksgiving. Yeah, we are want to get ahead of the game plan on the Christmas stuff, so we are we're gonna log off cash account now. So we used up the capital for the day. So yeah, we brought our account back up to positive, so that's good. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the day. Hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Or if they want to throw me something quick, I'll take a look at it quick before we log off. But other than that, hope everybody has a good rest of the trading day. Good luck out there. And let's leave you with the send-off from the book before we log off. Focus on the process. Focus on what you can control. That's from Best Loser Wins. Don't know any more better advice. That's a great book. But everybody have a good Thanksgiving. We'll be back live Sunday for the Crypto Weekly Candle Close. Good luck. Hope you had a green day. Peace.